From the sands of Arabia arose a light that illuminated the world. The light of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Imagine a land forged by fire and sand. The Arabian Peninsula, 6th century CE, a place of stark beauty, but also brutal realities. Here, life was defined by tribal loyalties, fierce rivalries, and constant conflict. Power was fragmented, justice often elusive, and ancient traditions held sway. In the bustling city of Mecca, a spiritual heartbeat, but it pulsed with the worship of countless idols. This was a world yearning for unity, for a guiding light, and into this world, a seed of change was about to be sown. Born in Mecca around 570 CE, he was named Muhammad, but his early life was marked by profound loss. His father passed before he was born, and his mother when he was just 6. An orphan, he was raised by his grandfather, then his uncle Abu Talib, who became his rock. Even as a young man, Muhammad stood apart. He was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy, a beacon of honesty and integrity in a world often lacking it. He traveled as a merchant, learning the ways of the world. And at 25, he married Khadijah, a successful businesswoman who saw his true character. Their bond was deep, a partnership of mutual respect. He even averted bloodshed once, skillfully resolving a dispute over the sacred black stone, showing a wisdom far beyond his years. These early trials, this deep empathy for the vulnerable, and his unwavering integrity were all preparing him for a destiny he couldn't yet imagine. The year is 610 CE. Muhammad, now 40, sought solace and reflection in the quiet solitude of the cave of Hira. Then, a moment that shattered his world and reshaped history. A divine presence, the Archangel Gabriel, commanded him. Read, recite. Terrified, he confessed his illiteracy. But the words flowed through him, the first verses of what would become the Quran. Khadijah, his steadfast wife, was the first to believe, offering unwavering support. The message was clear, revolutionary. God is one. Muhammad began to preach, first in secret, then openly. But this message of absolute monotheism directly challenged the powerful Quraysh tribe. Their idols, their traditions, their very economic prosperity tied to the Kaaba's pagan worship were threatened. Persecution mounted. His followers faced immense hardship. In 619 CE, the year of sorrows, tragedy struck. He lost both his beloved Khadijah and his protective uncle, Abu Talib. Vulnerable, rejected even by a neighboring city, the future seemed bleak, but a new path was about to open. The persecution in Mecca became unbearable. A plot to assassinate him forced a momentous decision. In 622 CE, Muhammad instructed his followers to embark on the Hijra, the great migration to the city of Medina. This wasn't just a journey. It was the birth of a new era, the very beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, a new community, the Ummah, began to flourish, united not by blood, but by faith. Muhammad, now a leader and statesman, drafted the Constitution of Medina. This groundbreaking document laid out principles of peace, mutual defense, and religious freedom for all, including the Jewish tribes. It was a blueprint for a pluralistic society, a beacon of justice in a fractured world. The Medinan years were a crucible. The nascent Muslim community faced existential threats. The Battle of Badr, a miraculous victory against overwhelming odds, solidified their resolve. Uhud brought a painful setback, but also lessons that shaped Islamic law. Then, the Battle of the Trench, where an innovative defense saved Medina from a massive siege. But it wasn't just about battles. Muhammad was a master of diplomacy. The Treaty of Hudaybiyah, a 10-year truce, seemed a compromise, but it was a strategic masterpiece, paving the way for peaceful expansion. And within Medina, a social revolution unfolded. Female infanticide was abolished. Women gained rights to property and consent in marriage. Justice became paramount, with Muhammad declaring that even his own daughter would face punishment if she stole. He championed egalitarianism, declaring all believers equal, regardless of tribe or status. Compassion for the poor, orphans, and even animals became cornerstones of the new society. A new nation was being forged, built on principles of justice, equality, and mercy. In 630 CE, the moment arrived. Muhammad marched on Mecca with an army of 10,000. But this was no conquest of vengeance. He declared a general amnesty, forgiving those who had persecuted him. The idols in the Kaaba were removed, and the ancient sanctuary was rededicated to the worship of one God. Mecca, his birthplace, was reclaimed peacefully. By his passing in 632 CE, most of the Arabian Peninsula was united under the banner of Islam. His final act of profound guidance came during his farewell Hajj. Standing before thousands, he delivered a sermon that echoed through history, a message of brotherhood, justice, and the eternal importance of the Quran and his teachings. On June 8, 632 CE, Prophet Muhammad passed away in Medina. His death marked the end of direct revelation, but the beginning of an enduring legacy. His character, his compassion, honesty, humility, and unwavering justice became a timeless model. He founded a faith that would span continents, a civilization that championed knowledge, justice, and human dignity. From the desert sands, a new world was born, shaped by the life and enduring message of Prophet Muhammad.